Friday night, you're here at First Coast Comedy's main event. You need to put those hands together. Let's start clapping. Let me hear it. Let's start making some noise. Let's scream. Let's shout. And let's bring it up to our host, Alex Grindeland.
Hey everybody, welcome to the main event. I will be your host, he said, as the crowd went wild. He said as the crowd went absolutely insane. He said as the crowd made spaceship noises. I heard a lot of pew pew, and I heard somebody going, wow, 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 wow. That was you. All right. So, in any case, but let me. First of all, I will be your host for tonight's entertainment. My name is Alex Grindeland. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And before I get started, let me do a quick survey by show of hands. Who has never seen a show here at First Coast Comedy before? Never seen it? Very good. All right, go ahead. Put your hands down. All right. Now, by show of hands, who has seen a show here at First Coast Comedy, but for your very first time tonight? Should have been the same people. Should have been the same one.
Alex, those are our kids got it right off the bat.
Yes, the benefit of youth. All right, okay, I'll actually ask the opposite question now. Now, by show of hands, who's seeing a show here at First Coast Comedy, but for your very last time tonight? All right, very judgmental, very judgmental. Well, all right, so for the uninitiated, let me give you the quick spiel here. Most of the time when people hear the word comedy, they think stand-up comedy. It's somebody with a microphone who planned out a bunch of jokes in advance, wrote them down, memorized them. They're going to talk about what it's like on airplanes. That is not the kind of comedy we specialize in here at First Coast Comedy. Here we specialize in improvised comedy. What does that mean? That means that you paid money to see a show that we have not bothered to make a plan for. It's your fault. So in order to do that, though, I'm going to need to get a bunch of suggestions from you, the audience. Hey, say that with me. You, the audience. One more time. You, the audience. So let's do a little practice of that. Let's say I go to anybody over here, anybody in this general area. I want you to think of your favorite color and shout it out on 3. 1, 2, 3, and go. Red. I heard red most loudly and clearly. I would take the suggestion of red. Let's say I go to anybody in the middle area over here, anybody in the middle. I want you to think of any animal you might find in a barnyard and shout it out on 3. 1, 2, 3, and go. I heard cow! So I would take the suggestion of cow. I might go to anybody in this area over here. This area over here. I might say anybody over here. I want you to think of your mother's maiden name and your social security number and shout it out on 3. 1, 2, 3, go, 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 don't think about it, just go, 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 go. 7. She got an early social security number. All right, so that's how suggestions are gotten. When you have a suggestion, please do shout it out both loudly and proudly, as I will always try and take the very first thing that I hear. The next thing you need to know is, of course, that I am asking you to shout things out, and you might notice that there are both adults and children here. So I please ask that you keep that in mind when you're choosing what words to shout out loudly for everyone to hear. We're going to do a clean show. Sounds good? Clapping. Yes, 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 good, good, good. It's a legally binding clap. I got you into it. So, because of course, we the adults have the important responsibility to make sure that the youth do not know what we really think is funny. So, we'll do a clean show. So, in any case, there's the next thing you need to know before we get started here is that at various points throughout the show, I will be asking for the help of one or more fun-loving audience volunteers. That's people who want to raise their hands and come up here and help us out in a game. Without me saying any more about that, who thinks that later in the show you might be interested? I see a hand over there. I see a hand right there. I see a hand right here. I see 2 hands up there. I see a hand over there. I see some low-grade bullying happening over here and over here. This person, this person, this person. All right, so for those of you trying to pressure your friend into doing it, know that our rule here at First Coast Comedy is that we will never force anyone to come up on stage who does not voluntarily and enthusiastically raise their own hands. We believe in volunteering, not voluntelling. That's all you need to know about that. So, for those of you who did not raise your hand, I know why you didn't raise your hand. For those of you who were hesitant, I know why you were hesitant. I've been doing this for a long time, and there's only one reason people don't raise their hand, and that reason is that at some point in your life, you saw a comedian be mean to somebody, and you said, I'm not going to give him the chance. Well, let me tell you this. First of all, it's not that big of a room. If we wanted to be mean to you, we could do it from this distance. But secondly, it's not that kind of a show. We don't do that. Like I said, it's not a stand-up comedy show. Stand-up comedians are known for doing that. They find some guy in the audience, they pick on him the whole show. Everyone else laughs. That guy feels bad. Then the comedian, after the show, they get in their car and they drive away to Cincinnati, and you never see him again. That's not the case here. Here at First Coast Comedy, it's the same group of us that perform every single weekend, every Friday and Saturday. So that is to say, if we were mean to you, we'd be very easy to find. So we take the opposite approach. If you choose to volunteer and help us out in the game, we will do everything within our power to make sure you feel good about that decision. To make sure that you feel like, wow, I stepped outside of my comfort zone, I tried something new, and it paid off. I was the envy of everybody there. That's our goal. And also, if you choose to volunteer here at First Coast Comedy, you will win a prize. Now, the prize is random. We're not sure what it's going to be. It could either be a brand new iPad, or it could be a free pass to come back to a future show. We don't know. We don't know. So in any case, have I convinced any more people that you might possibly consider later volunteering and helping us out in the game? Any more converts? All right, I saw a few more hands go. Give it up for the people who can change their mind when new information is presented. Yes. I noticed that it was about 3 people. So, I feel pretty warmed up. I'm ready to get started. There's one more group of people that needs to get warmed up. Who could it be? Oh, it must be you, the audience. One more time, you, the audience. The way that we do that here at First Coast Comedy is something we call the clap-o-meter. The clap-o-meter works like this. We start at a 1, which is like a nice, polite golf clap. And you don't have to do it yet. This is just the instructions. And then we say the next number and the next number, working our way up to a 10. Every time I say the next number, the current level of applause and screaming doubles, which means it's exponential. By the time we get to a 10, it should be almost illegal how much noise we're making. Now, the 1, like I said, it's like a polite golf clap, or like you're watching a live stage production of Peter Pan and you do not care what happens to fairies. That joke makes sense if you've seen the live stage production. In any case, everyone, let's do this. Let's get practice here. Let's get your hands in the clapatory position. Very good. And let's test the instrument. Open and close. And open. No. Close. And open. Good. There we go. All right, and we're going to start with a nice, polite level 1. And a 2. And a 3. And a 4. And a 5. And a 6. And a 7.
Bring our players to the stage! Ladies and gentlemen, we have Jared Jackson, Dave Bogan, Madeline Grindeland, and let's bring back your host, Alex Grindeland!
Looked over there. Ah! All right. So, we're going to jump into our very first game. Let me get the players up here for the what you got formation. So, you came to an improv comedy show and you thought to yourself, I bet the first thing they're going to do is a dance battle. You're right. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to be getting suggestions from all of you. Let's have the person on this side dance. I'm like about halfway there. We're gonna be getting suggestions from all of you. They're gonna have to make up dances that make sense with that suggestion. You know how some dances have like the sprinkler or the shopping cart or whatever. They're gonna make up brand new dances that you are more than welcome to take to the club later. But from anybody over here, give me a profession of somebody in your family. I heard doctor. All right. These are going to be the doctor-related dances. All right, so Dave Bogan will initiate. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and go.
Open and say ah. Open and say ah. Open and say ah. What you got? Putting on a stethoscope. Putting on a stethoscope. Putting on a stethoscope. What you got? Taking a pulse. Taking a pulse. Taking a pulse. What you got? That squeezy arm thing. That squeezy arm thing. That squeezy arm thing. What you got? I'm reading your chart. Reading your chart. Reading your chart. What you got? Putting on a headlamp. Putting on a headlamp. Putting on a headlamp. What you got? Overcharging. 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 What you got? Guiding this long thing. Guiding this long thing. Guiding the long thing. What you got? Calling for the nurse. Calling for the nurse. Calling for the nurse. What you got? Putting on my gloves. Putting on my gloves. Putting on my gloves. What you got? Playing golf. Playing golf. What? What? Are you kidding me?
A lot of doctors play golf, but it's not specific to doctoring. So Dave and Madeline will have to clap, clap, rotate. Do that with me. They will have to rotate. All right. So you see how the game works. From somebody over here, give me any kind of a sport. Soccer. These are going to be all the soccer-related dances. Here we go. Madeline will start. 5, 6, 7, and go.
Make a goal with your head. Make a goal with your head. Make a goal with your head. What you got? Using no hands. Using no hands. Using no hands. What you got?
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso. What you got? Go! 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 What you got?
Feet.
Feet. Feet. What you got? Yellow card. Yellow card. Yellow card. What you got?
That was just bad dancing foul. It was not on the meter. All right, they will rotate. All right, from anybody at all, give me a television show that you think most of the people here have seen. The first thing I heard was The Simpsons. So these are going to be all these Simpsons-related dances. Dave Bogan will start. 5, 6, 7, and go.
Barked on a skateboard. Bark on a skateboard. Bark on a skateboard. What you got?
Oh, homie. Oh, homie. Oh, homie.
What you got? You're at Moe's. You're at Moe's. You're at Moe's. What you got?
Ralph Wiggum. Ralph Wiggum. Ralph Wiggum. What you got?
A drink. A drink. A drink. What you got?
Why you little? Why you little? Why you little?
What you got? What you got?
Santa's little helper. Santa's little helper. Santa's little helper.
What you got? I'm Lisa. I'm smart. I'm Lisa. I'm smart. I'm Lisa. I'm smart. What you got?
Also play the saxophone. Also play the saxophone. Also play the saxophone.
What you got? Excellent. 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 What you got?
Oh, Smithers. Oh, Smithers. Oh, Smithers.
What you got? That's all I got. That's all I got. That's all I got. What you got?
All right, you can have one. They will rotate. Okay. We had a TV show. Give me a movie you think most of the people here have seen. Oh, the first thing I heard was Star Wars. So there's going to be all these Star Wars related dances. Jared will start. Here we go. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and go.
These are not the droids. These are not the droids. These are not the droids. What you got?
Using the force.
Using the force. Using the force. What you got? Lightsaber battle. Lightsaber battle. Lightsaber battle. What you got?
I'm your father.
I'm your father. I'm your father. What you got? Dad, my hand! Dad, my hand! Dad, my hand! What you got?
Beep boop beep, beep boop beep, beep boop beep.
What you got? 87 parsecs! 87 parsecs! 87 parsecs! What you got?
I got distracted.
All right, and that's time. Give it up to the players of the game. What you got, everybody? So for this next game, you have a very important job. Your job in this game is to think about questions you want to know the answers to. And there can be any questions at all in the whole wide world. So start thinking about philosophical questions. Start thinking about workplace questions, history questions, literature questions. These three are going to answer your questions because they're going to put their minds together and become a character we call Dr. Know-It-All. Now, Dr. Know-It-All has every degree in every subject, knows every answer to every question. But first of all, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet Dr. Know-It-All. All right, so Dr. Know-It-All has to answer questions in a very particular and difficult manner, and that is one word per person at a time. So, from anybody over here, somebody said, wow. From anybody over here, give me a question.
What is the Illuminati?
Okay, the first question, somebody over here threw their voice to over there, but that's fine. The question is, what is the Illuminati?
The
Illuminati is
definitely
a society
that
is secret.
Yeah. It's a secret! From anybody over here, give me a question.
Why do humans have brains?
Oh, that's a great question. Why do humans have brains?
Humans
Have brains.
because
They
need to
have thoughts.
Yeah. Without brains, it would be all feelings. All right, anybody else who's got a question?
Why does my mom have a wallet?
Okay. It's a fair question. Why does my mom have a wallet?
Your
Mom has
a
wallet to
pay
her way.
through
Life.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So you see how the game works. Here's my question. My first question is there anybody here who's celebrating anything tonight? Any birthdays or anniversaries or anything like that in the room? Okay, I see it. This you said 60th birthday? Yeah. 60th birthday, okay. What's your name, sir?
Miles.
Miles, give her Miles. Everybody. Well, before we begin, first of all, Miles, we got a song prepared for you. You better believe it. They told us. They were like, Miles is going to be here, so we wrote a song just for you. All right, so here we go. You don't have to come up. You don't want to. He's giving me the body language of like, it's fine. All right, so we're just going to sing this one to Miles. It's Miles, so remember the rhymes. Here we go.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. This is your
Birthday song isn't very long.
All right, there we go. So Miles, because you are celebrating your birthday, I will give you the first opportunity to volunteer and help out in the game. Would you like to do that?
Okay.
All right, come on. All right, so Miles, you just joined Dr. Know-It-All, making Dr. Know-It-All that much smarter. So all you got to do is say the next word that makes grammatical sense. Usually it's the, right? So it's not a tough job. All right, so here we go. Let's get another question for the even more smart Dr. Know-It-All. Who has? Can I get a question from one of the grown-ups?
what are fire extinguishers made?
Make your voice much lower, or I'll be a leaver of grown-ups. From definitely one of the grown-ups. When was the Constitution written? All right, that's the question.
The
Constitution was written
in
the
Republic
of
Canada.
which gives in
The
Canadian
language.
All right, we're just When was it written? In Canada. They're in a different time zone. It makes sense. All right. From anybody over here, can I get a question?
What is the meaning of life?
An excellent question. What is the meaning of life?
The
Meaning
Of
life
is
to
enjoy.
it.
Yeah! That's 60 years of experience telling you that. So there you go. All right. Any of y'all have a question you want to ask? You don't have to.
Why am I hungry?
Oh, that's great. What is your name?
I'm Quinn.
All right. Why is Quinn hungry?
Quinn
You
Are
hungry.
because
You
missed.
meals.
And bear in mind, Quinn didn't just miss a single meal. Quinn only had breakfast today. All right. Give me. You got a question? What's your question?
Why were fire extinguishers made?
Oh, that's a great question. All right. Why were fire extinguishers made?
fire
Extinguishers
Were
made
because
people
need
to
put
fires.
out.
Right on the nose. Nailed it.
way smarter with him.
All right. Who's got another question for us?
Hey, Alex?
Yeah.
What about the chat?
Oh, that's a great point. So Michael is pointing out that these shows are not just live in person. We also stream them to the internet for free. So on those Fridays, unfortunate Fridays and Saturdays, when you can't be here, you can watch on YouTube. Just go to our first YouTube page, First Coast Comedy. You can leave suggestions in the chat and participate in the show. Just like this, who in the chat has a question for us?
Daryl wants to know, how do you fix an 86 Chevy Malibu?
Yeah! All right. So if you can't afford an owner's manual, all right. So how do you fix an 86 Chevy Malibu? Here we go.
Two
Fix
A
86
Chevy
Malibu
you
need
a
mechanic.
Yeah, but doctor, I want to know, like, if there's no mechanics around, what do you do?
cry
Doctor, I want an answer.
fixing
A
Chevy
Malibu
is
very
complicated.
but
you
should
Try
it
buy
using
your
wrench.
and
Then
try
it
out.
Yeah, that's perfect. All right. Hey, give it up for him, everybody. Hey, you're not going home empty-handed. They spun the randomizer back there, and you're going home with a free pass to come back to a future show. That iPad is probably next. So, this next game, first of all, for this, somebody give me a relationship between two people, like mother-child, or, just shout it out.
Relationship.
Wait, hold on. Give me a relationship between two people.
Mom and me.
I heard teacher-student, all right? Teacher-student. And, Anthony, is there anything else in the chat that delights you?
A laundromat.
Good. All right, so a teacher, a student, and a laundromat are your suggestions for the scene. In the game of Bermuda Triangle, what's going to happen is the players are going to perform a scene. However, anytime I say switch, they have to switch which character or which performer is portraying which character. And then they'll continue like that. All right, so in the game of Bermuda Triangle with a teacher and a student and a laundromat, players, are you ready?
yes.
And begin.
Oh, hi, Mrs. Alfredson. I didn't know you came to the same laundromat as me and my family. This is really embarrassing. I don't like seeing my teachers outside of school.
Oh, I didn't know that you went to the same laundromat. I'm so glad to see you outside of the confines of school.
Okay.
Miss Albertson, if I guess it's okay to see you too. But don't let my father see you.
Well, now, you come here, girlie. Tell me why you don't want your father to see me. I'm your favorite teacher.
Well, when I got that F, He'd said if he ever saw you, you were dead meat.
Switch!
Oh no! I'm just saying that's what he said. And I'm just worried for your safety. I'm worried for my safety too.
Switch!
So, my father is kind of a mean man, and I really, frankly, you're very elderly. Gotta worry. Uh-oh.
Amanda!
Switch!
I know who this person is, Amanda. This is your teacher, isn't it?
It's Mrs. A. It's very nice to meet you.
Switch!
I was gonna fight you, but I didn't know you were so old. I'm sure.
Switch!
I will show mercy to you if you quiz my daughter and she passes with an A.
What?
An extra quiz? This is so unorthodox, but
You must do it!
Switch!
All right, tell me the specific place that the Constitution was written, not what year, but the place.
1781.
Not the year.
Oh, that's right. I learned from a doctor who was in the Canadian Republic.
I forgot. Sorry, I get so nervous when I'm put on the spot.
You're lucky she got that one right.
Switch!
Oh, no, This anxiety's making my nose bleed all over my clean clothes.
Oh no, I'm out of quarters!
Isn't it weird when you see your teachers out in the real world and you realize they're real people? That's weird. All right, so for this next game, we do not actually need anyone to come up onto the stage, but we could use the help of some people to temporarily, you don't know what I'm asking you, to temporarily hand over your cell phone with the knowledge that in this game your text messages would be read out loud. And anybody who chooses to do that will win a free pass to come back to a future show. So, if you have one you're willing to hand over, you just go ahead, you raise it in the air. We got one right here, we got one right here.
I got one over there.
We got another one right over here. Whoa! All right.
Pull up a text form. Text chain form. Sure, whatever. Yeah, whatever you're
All right, so first of all, give it up for our folks who have nothing to hide. All right, so, and for this game, Anthony, is there anything else in the chat or relationship or just anything else that delights you?
Cubs game.
A Cubs game. All right. So, and somebody give me a type of personality, just a word that describes somebody. All right, okay. I'm going to take the suggestions of depressed at a Cubs game. It's never happened before. So, in the game of text from last night, what's going to happen is Dave here, these three are all going to do a scene using the suggestions of depressed at a Cubs game. However, Dave can say whatever he wants. He can say anything he thinks. These fellow players can only say lines of dialogue they can find anywhere in these text messages. And they have to somehow try to make the scene make sense altogether. All right, so in the game of text from last night with the suggestion of depressed at a Cubs game, audience, are you ready?
Yes.
Players, are you ready?
Yes.
And give them some encouragement, everybody.
Oh, jeez, the Milwaukee Brewers beat us again. Oh, for crying outside, I can't believe we lost to them. This is ruining the season.
I can get rice in crab.
Yeah.
Sauce!
Oh, Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the new things they got at the concession stands. You can totally get that if you want, but I don't know if that's going to make you or me any happier.
That's it. Thanks, brah.
I'm just here to empathize with you, bro. Oh.
Yeah, do that.
This is terrible. I cannot believe that is terrible. I didn't realize how bad it was.
Yeah, it took you long enough. The game ended before you got our drinks here. Jeez. And by the way, I sound like I'm the only one from Chicago.
It's hard to believe what they're going through.
Well, if you're a Chicago sports fan, not necessarily.
Green onion! Let me stay at your house!
No, you're supposed to shout that at a Green Bay Packer game, not a Cubs game. It's a different kind of insult towards Wisconsin.
Sounds good. Stay safe.
Absolutely. You never know when people are going to rage at these games, especially after a big loss like today.
Fresh avocado.
She tries to eat her depression. It's a sad thing. She wanted rice and crabs before. I'm like, hey, whatever makes you happy, for crying outside.
Are you able to meet at Miles' shop around 4-ish and take the ferry to Singleton's?
Oh, didn't know we had a ferry. All right. Yeah, Singleton's. That's a great bar. I know a lot of people there. You know what? We can drink our sorrows away there. Yeah. Oh, I'm down for going to Singleton's.
Of course not. And I'm not wearing tennis shoes.
They do have a dress code. I'm pretty sure you have to have some sort of shoes to be able to get into Singleton's. Otherwise, they're not going to let you in.
Y'all stay away.
Oh. I think security's kicking us out because the game ended about 20 minutes ago. We're probably supposed to leave.
Wade ruins everything.
Yeah. Dwayne Wade was here at the game. He's not a big Cubs fan and like it to put a jinx on us. Darn you, Dwayne Wade!
Let's shoot to hit the 5:15. What time should we meet? I just don't want to miss.
Well, if we're meeting at the 5:15, I would suggest at 5:15 wherever we're meeting at. That would make the most sense to me if you're talking about the ferry to go over to Singleton's.
Okay, we got to go pick up Sis.
That's right, yep. Brother of mine, yeah, I forgot about her sister. Hey, sorry we were so long, security. We're going to get out of here now. We got to go get our sister.
Am I invited?
So sad.
Yeah. No, don't go anywhere. It's okay. We understand. This is a very difficult game to watch losing to the Brewers. Why don't you come with us? We're going to go to Singleton's after we get our sister.
Let us pick you up. I still need to get ready. Been picking up limbs at the office all day.
Yeah. He's a butcher.
Hey, give it up for the folks who volunteered with their cell phones there. Boom. All right, so for this next game, I do need the help of yet another. Come on up here. You've been raising your hand so quick. Get it up to this young man right here. Come on. Man, that was good. You could be one of the Dukes of Hazzard with a slide like that. All right, so first of all, say your name nice and loud for everybody.
Pete.
Pete? Give it up for Pete, everybody. All right, so Pete, you ever talk to old people and be like, what are you talking about? Yeah. This
Like
game.
my mom.
All right, well, where's the duct tape?
I thought you said we don't do stand-up.
All right, so Pete, here's what's going to happen. In the game called Back in My Day, the players are going to come up here and they're going to act like old people. And you're gonna say that you have stuff or you know about stuff, and they're going to be like, well, back in my day, we didn't have that thing, and then they're going to make a joke about it. So let's say, for example, back when they were young, no one had yet invented penguins. So I'll go ahead and look at me and say, hey, I've got a penguin.
I got a penguin.
Well, back in my day, we didn't have penguins, and everyone thought, oh no, what'll we do? Yeah! If you like dad jokes, you're gonna love this game. If you don't like dad jokes, too bad!
That's going straight to my dad.
Yeah! Your dad's gonna take all these jokes home and you're gonna tell them. All right, so let me get all the players up here. All right, so Pete, actually I'm gonna go to this area of the crowd over here. Somebody shout out something you would buy at a clothing store.
Dress.
Shirt. Ooh, okay, I heard a dress. So you're gonna say, I found a dress. And then you're just going to say that over and over and over, and every time they're going to make a joke about it. Make sense? Every time they walk up to you. All right, so here we go. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Give Pete some encouragement, everybody. And begin.
I found a dress.
Hey, you found a dress! Hey, back in my day, we didn't have dresses. Yeah, that's a fashion trend we managed to skirt.
Hello, child.
I found a dress.
Back in my day, we didn't have dresses. But whenever we went out to somewhere formal, we still buttoned up.
I found a dress.
Back in my day, we didn't have dresses, so Louis Vuitton was alone and unemployed.
I found a dress.
Well, you know, back in my day, we didn't have dresses. Well, we actually had them very briefly. First they were here, then they were gone.
I found a dress.
Back in my day, we didn't have dresses, and that's the long and short of it.
All right, those are the dress jokes. Yeah. All right, from somebody over here, give me something that costs more than $100.
A penguin.
Well, I'm sorry, what?
Penguin.
Okay, Super Bowl tickets. I'm gonna take football. All right, so you're gonna keep saying like I like football, and then they're gonna say whatever they say. All right, so here we go, round two.
I like football.
Oh, back in my day, we didn't have football. Our only entertainment was to sit outside and look at birds. See, hawk.
I like football.
Back in my day, we didn't have football, but there was a very popular sport where you caught balls with your hands.
I guess that kind of makes sense.
Hello.
I like football.
You like football? Oh, yeah, you know, back in my day, we didn't have football. Well, we had it briefly, but we found it so violent, we ended football just for the safety.
What?
I like football.
Oh, back in my day, we didn't have football for recreation. We just went on a hike.
I like football.
Oh, you like football, huh? Back in my day, we didn't have football, and we were all so broke and sad, we couldn't even get a quarterback.
All right, that's the football joke. Yeah. All right, somebody give me, so you go to the grocery store and there's like a whole aisle dedicated to this kind of a thing. What is it? I heard chips! Chips! So you're going to say like, I got some chips. All right, here we go. And begin.
I got some chips.
Back in my day, we didn't have chips. Well, when we did have them, people would leave them on their front lawns. It would create a mess. It would track birds and all sorts of animals, but namely birds, especially if you live by the sea. It would bring gulls.
I bought a bag of chips.
Oh, back in my day, we didn't have chips. We would just nibble at the feet of frogs, but they didn't cost a thing. They were free toes.
I found a bag of chips.
You found a bag of chips. Good job. Well, back in my day, we didn't have chips. But you know that guy who was telling you about having free toes? He was lying to you. There were no free toes. Everything was on fire. We just had toasty toes.
Tito.
I found a bag of chips.
Oh, you found a bag of chips. Oh no! Yeah, back in my day, we didn't have chips. Yeah, we drank a lot of tea and made it in a kettle.
I got it, Dave.
I found a bag of chips.
You know, back in my day, we didn't have chips, and it really affected our feet because we didn't just have free toes, we didn't just have toasty toes. You know that movie Finding Nemo? That fish is based off a time when we didn't have chips. That's right, because of those dory toes.
I found a bag of chips.
Oh, back in my day, we didn't have chips. Oh, it made us so ruffled.
I found a bag of chips.
You found a bag of chips? Oh, back in my day, we wanted a chip so badly, especially when I was in the Navy. One time we were going out on deployment overseas, and before we left, they brought a big box of them on the ships, and we were like, chips ahoy!
All right, give it up, everybody. One more round.
Penguins.
Well, we already did the one penguin joke. All right, let's do another thing. Give me another article of clothing. Any article of clothing.
Socks.
Socks. All right, I'm gonna take. I heard sweater and I heard socks. You can use either one. Here we go.
I bought some socks.
Oh, back in my day, we didn't have socks, but we did have soul.
I found some socks.
Oh yeah, you found some socks here. Yeah, back in my day, we didn't have socks, and we all said, darn. For the younger people, that's when you sew up your socks. Darn. You're welcome.
I found some socks.
You found some socks. Back in my day, we didn't have any socks, but there were all sorts of creatures like mammoths, and they were woolly.
I bought a sweater.
Hey, you got a sweater? Hey, well, back in my day, we didn't have sweaters, but some people did. They would sell them on the black market. Yeah, sometimes you'd talk to someone like, hey, you got any sweaters? And they'd be like, yeah, don't worry, Argyle gets you one.
They got a sweater joke. Give it up, everybody. Give it up, everybody. He's so good. All right, this brings us to a very important part of the show, and that is in just a moment, we're going to go to a very brief intermission. Now, during intermission, you got some choices. The restrooms are right through that door over there. Also, you can go visit Steve at the bar. If you want candy, you should go to Steve if you want candy or beverages. And also during the intermission, you should visit our website, firstcoastcomedy.com. There you can find out about all the different shows we do, the classes we teach, Improv Comedy 101, 201, 301, road shows, team buildings, all the stuff that First Coast Comedy can provide. There's also some other, actually, that's all I'm going to say. We will see you after this very brief intermission!
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed that intermission. I know I did. So I need you to put those hands together one more time. Let's start clapping. Let's start screaming. Let's make some noise and bring our players back to the stage. Yeah! Let's not forget about your host, Alex Griffin.
Hey everybody, give it up for yourselves for making it back. You did it, you're the best. All right, so before we jump back into the action, there's some people here that do not get to share in the blinding spotlights of the stage that we want to acknowledge because they also help this show happen. Hey, when you walked in the door, I bet the very first face you saw when you walked in here made you feel so warm and welcome, and you're like, I'm part of the First Coast Comedy family. Well, she, first of all, she's getting married on Tuesday. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our box office attendant. That is Becca! Hey, you already heard about him, but he's over there. He's slinging drinks. He's giving the grown-ups the chemicals that make a funny show even funnier, and he's giving the kids candy. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Steve! That's why you should tip Steve. Also, over there running the chat, taking suggestions, running the online version of the show, ladies and gentlemen, that is Anthony! Anthony gets Nickelback. And over there, turning the knobs and the dials, keeping everything going, keeping the energy high, playing just the right sound cue at just the right time, that is Michael! All right, that's all we need to say. We're going to jump right back into the action here. So the next game, we do need the help of yet another fun-loving audience volunteer. So I see someone standing up so high right there. Come on up here, give it up for everybody. It's Please say your name nice and loud for everybody.
Olivia.
It's Olivia! Olivia. Okay, so, hey, Olivia, why don't you go over there and the players will explain the game to you, so you just follow Madeline over there while I explain the game to the audience. So first of all, let's get a suggestion of, hey, what's the first letter of your first name? E. Anybody at all? Something that starts with the letter E.
Elephant.
Elephant, all right. We have the suggestion of elephant and Anthony. What else in the chat is delightful to you?
Miniature golf caddy.
Miniature golf. All right, so your suggestions are elephants and miniature golf. All right, so in the game of moving bodies, what's going to happen is the players are going to perform a scene. However, as far as Olivia is concerned, they're basically giant talking action figures or dolls. They can say words, but they cannot move their own bodies. So if they want to move their arm, she's got to help them move their arm. If they want to turn their head, she's got to turn their head. If they want to walk, she's got to make them walk. And they will continue in that fashion until the end of the scene. So while they continue explaining the game to Olivia, let me tell you about this. By show of hands, who here gets along and communicates perfectly with everyone at your workplace? Okay, self-employed, self-employed. All right, so for those of you who can improve your inter-office communications, we also do improv for sales to help your salespeople, or just a whole bunch of different things. If you think the skills of improvisation would help your workplace, they sure would. We do applied improvisation trainings and team buildings. We take the skills of improv, we bring them to your workplace. Everyone is learning and laughing so hard they're crying the whole time. It's a great team building event. And the last thing I'll say is the holidays are nigh upon us. And you probably still haven't figured out at your office what your holiday entertainment is going to be. You're like, well, can they put comedians in a van and send them to us? Well, yeah, because we got a 2010 Honda Odyssey. We can. So if you need entertainment, customized entertainment for your workplace, where you can send us inside info, and we can include it in the show, and then suddenly Rob in your office is like, why are they talking about me? You can get First Coast Comedy for your holiday entertainment. For all that and more, visit our website, which is firstcoastcomedy.com. Hey, say that with me. The website is
firstcoastcomedy.com.
All right, in the game of moving bodies, with the suggestion of an elephant and miniature golf, players, are you ready?
Yes!
Give Olivia some encouragement, everybody!
All right, Jared. This is our grudge match. You've won every time we've played mini golf, but today is my day.
Oh, you may think so, Dave, but let me wag my finger to and fro.
I didn't see it because I'm too busy studying the hole right now before me. Looks like it's a little dog leg to the right. I'm going to go ahead and grab, let's use my putter. It's got a handle on it. I'm just going to grab it with my hand and squeeze my hand around the handle. All right. Yeah, let's pull it out of my miniature golf bag. There we go. All right. Jared, you have no idea, but I'm going to make this in one shot. I'm going to get into my golf putting stance right now.
Hold on, let me take out my binoculars to watch you closely. There they are. So long as you hit it this way, I'm going to see it. There we go.
Yeah, you better watch closely because I am going to show you how it's done. Let me get in the correct putter's position. Yeah.
A little bend at the waist there.
Yep, a little bend at the waist. I'm gonna adjust my body to aim it at the hole. Oh, wait, no, the other way. Oh, more the other way. No, wait, I'm gonna go back this way. Hang on. I'm gonna put my left foot forward just a little bit, because I want to put a little, or my right. That's fine. There we go. Oh, I forgot. I gotta drop my ball. Let me grab my ball out of my bag here. I'm gonna grab it. Oh, I got my club and ball in the hand, same hand. Yeah. I'm just gonna delicately drop the ball by loosening two fingers. Bloop. There we go. All right. Grab the club again. Here we go. Jared, you still watching?
I'm watching, but my binoculars let me set my binoculars down. You were a little close for those.
All right. I'm swinging the club. We're just going to go right up the elephant trunk. Whoa, yeah. Oh! It is a par 5, so
Jared, it's me, your mother, and you're out way past your bedtime.
Oh, it's my mom. I'm gonna hide.
Oh, where'd he go? I'm gonna walk over. Let me walk over to where Jared was.
Don't say anything, Dave.
Miss Johnson, he's not over there. I'm just gonna start distracting her by making some weird, jumpy, silly moves. I'm gonna,
If I knew that there was something happening behind me, I might be distracted.
Look over here, Miss Johnson, look over here. Definitely don't use your neck. Miss Johnson, there's nothing to see over there, trust me. Ooh, look at me.
Wow, I feel like I gotta turn all the way around now with my whole body, mostly my legs.
Hey, I know what I'll do. I'll grab this big fiberglass elephant and put it between my mom and me. It's not that big.
Hey, Miss John, I'm going to make direct eye contact because you should respect your elders. Hello.
And that's time! Give it up for everybody! Give it up for Olivia! One more time for Olivia, everybody. All right, I think earlier when I asked for another volunteer, I saw more hands go up. Is there anybody who has not gotten to volunteer that really super? I'm going to go to this table back here. All right, come on back here if you haven't volunteered yet. Come on. Yeah. nice and loud for everybody.
Kenji.
It's Kenji! All right, Kenji, do you like to dance?
No.
No, okay. We'll play a different game. Alright, so, get all the players up here in the formation for double blind freeze. So, Kenji, you can just stand right here. So here's what's going to happen. In the game of double blind freeze, you and Dave are going to be doing a scene, all right? But then whenever I say freeze, you got to freeze whatever position you're in. The next player, so in the player in Madeline's position, will rotate out, tag the player who's standing right there, assume their position, and then the two of you will start a completely different scene, but justifying why you were in that last position from the last scene. So every single time you're playing a different character, but every time you're in a new pose, you're gonna have to figure out why you're standing in that pose. But don't worry, this player is gonna help you figure it out. All right?
Get it?
Yeah. It's gonna make so much sense when you start, or it won't, and it'll be fine. All right. So for this first scene, somebody shout out something that you consider to be valuable to your heart. Friends! That makes sense. Somebody give me something that mildly annoys you, like someone chewing too loud. Okay, that's what I said. Actually, let me get a suggestion from one of the grown-ups. Something that mildly annoys you.
Taxes.
Taxes! The mild annoyance of taxes. All right, so friends and taxes are your two suggestions. All right, so in the game of double blind freeze, players, are you ready?
Yes.
Kenji, are you ready?
Yeah.
Give Kenji some encouragement.
I'm so glad to have you as my best friend. I told you about my tax troubles. I need you to go through all this paperwork here. They're auditing me. What kind of advice do you have?
Don't pay them.
Don't pay them. Wow. I mean, if there's a way we can do that, walk me through it. Why don't you take a look through those papers and tell me what you see?
Let me get my glasses on.
Oh.
Freeze! Freeze!
Kenji, you stay there with the glasses pose. Perfect. Tag Dave out. There we go.
All right. Oh, you little caterpillar, I see you coming. But me, I'm a hornet with the stinger on my face. And I'm coming to get you, little caterpillar, unless you slither away. Are you gonna slither?
Freeze! Congratulations, young prince, you found me. The magical unicorn. I will grant. Oh, I see you're a field biologist too. Perhaps you'd like to hop on for a ride over the rainbow.
No thanks.
Freeze! Freeze!
Check. All right. We're all ready for you to go ahead and practice your song before your big rock show rock star. Go ahead. Go ahead and belt out. Yeah, let me adjust the microphone here. There we go. All right, there's the microphone. Sing your favorite song. Everyone's going to love it. Here we go.
Go, Kenji.
Freeze!
Help me! I'm drowning in quicksand. You are the only one that has the rope. Throw me the rope. Oh, I missed. Come on. Swim to it. The more you move, the faster you sink. You're the tour guide. You gotta know this stuff.
Freeze! I cannot accept. Okay, I'm taking the rope. Man, I tell you, you cannot eat so many beans before we come hiking next time, okay? You saved me. Woo! I almost fell to my death down there. And that is, look how far down that is.
Freeze!
Freeze!
Well, if your dog's down that well, old buddy of mine, I guess I'll just have to go down there and get it. Ugh. Here, I got a rope. Here, why don't you back up with the rope and then you're gonna let me down, okay? Here we go. Start lowering the rope.
Ooh, mosquito.
Freeze! All hail the king of his room, Kenji. That's right. Listen, as your mother, can I please not have to do this every time I come into your room? All hail Kenji. All right. Listen, let's please clean your room. You got toys over here. You got a whole bunch of stuff going on over here. You got Barbies over here, man. You got G.I. Joes over here. You got a lot of stuff. What gives?
Freeze!
Freeze!
Young child, could you help an old lady in her purse across the street? Oh, 2 purses.
And that's time! Kenji, you're not going home empty-handed. You're going to win 2 prizes. You're winning a free pass to come back to a show. And you know how I said that somebody could win an iPad? Well, if anything happens to your eye, you take this pad right out, you put it on your eye. You'll be good. All right. Give it up for Kenji, everybody!
I'm on fire at all.
We keep our promises here. You can go and you can say, wow, I saw a kid win an iPad. All right, so this is our final game we're about to play here. And for this game, it's a guessing game. And I need to send one player out of the room. I believe that's Dave. All right. So, I could use one more volunteer. So yeah, come up here real quick. Actually, both of you. You come here too. You raise your hand. You want to come up here too? Yeah, come on. All right, yay! Hey, what's your name?
Indira.
Indira and?
Francisco or Fran, either one.
Okay, Francisco and Indira. So first of all, let me ask: are your parents here?
Yeah.
Okay. To the parents, are they honest and trustworthy young people?
No.
Okay.
That was a sister.
Yes, I heard yes. All right, so you're going to be the truth keeper. So what's going to happen is you're going to go outside with Dave, and you're going to help to verify for the rest of the audience that Dave did not hear any of the suggestions that were gotten in this room. Make sense? All you got to do is hang. You just got to keep him distracted. You got to teach him like magic tricks and stuff for like a few minutes. All right. So on 3, everyone say, go just outside that door for a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Go just outside that door for a little All right, so in the game, what's going to happen here is I need a whole bunch of suggestions from all of you. So from anybody in this area, give me an activity, like any sport. Basketball. And from over here, give me a chore that you do around the house. Knitting. So I heard. I gotta do my knitting again. It's Sunday. And from anybody over here, give me like the most exciting activity you can imagine.
Skydiving!
Wait, let's say skydiving. All right, so skydiving. All right, these are going to be our 3 activities. We're going to change them up. What was that first activity?
Basketball.
Basketball. All right, so so instead of bouncing a basketball, they're going to be bouncing something that doesn't bounce, like a rock or
Fish.
a flower. They're bouncing a flower. All right. And instead of shooting the flower into a hoop, they're shooting it to something that you would find in outer space. What is it?
Asteroid.
They're shooting a flower at an asteroid, and that's basketball. And they're playing against not a basketball team, but the cast of a very old TV show. They're playing against the. Did you say the Jetsons? The Jetsons? The knitted Jetsons? What is that?
Because there was crocheting involved.
Okay, well, it's the Jetsons. We're going to take the Jetsons. All right. So, what was the next activity?
It's knitting.
Knitting. All right, so they're knitting. Instead of using, when you have knitting, do you have two pointy things? That's knitting. All right, so instead of the two pointy things, they're holding something very large. What is it?
Fish.
I heard fish. They got two fish, and they're trying to knit. All right, instead of using fabric, he's knitting with a feeling like love or. He's knitting with jealousy. All right, and Anthony, is there anything at all in the chat that delights you?
Cinderella.
Cinderella, all right. And the person he's knitting something for is Cinderella, all right. In fact, no, I'm going to change it up. Instead of knitting a sweater or knitting, socks or something, he's knitting Cinderella. He's making Cinderella, all right. All right. What was the next thing?
Final thing is skydiving.
Skydiving. All right. He's skydiving. Now, when you go skydiving, you got to jump out of a plane. But he's not jumping out of a plane. He's jumping off of what?
A cliff.
Well, that would make kind of a lot of sense. What is something that wouldn't make sense to jump off of?
Planet, like Uranus.
All right. Well, a washing machine. He's jumping off of a washing machine. All right. And let's see here. When he pulls his chute, what comes out is not a parachute. It's something would be something much less helpful.
Lettuce. A banana.
A banana. A banana comes out of the chute. And when you go skydiving, unless you're like a really seasoned skydiver, there's like somebody with you. You skydive. What do they call it? Tandem. The skydiving instructor is. Hey, Anthony, do you have any famous people listed in the chat?
Benjamin Franklin.
His skydiving instructor is Ben Franklin. All right, give it up for yourselves. Those great suggestions, everybody. All right, we just sent Dave and our very honest volunteers just slightly out of earshot so they cannot hear any of these suggestions. In a moment, we're going to call them back in here. These two are going to have to get them to not only guess what these activities are, they actually have to get them to do these activities. To make it even more difficult, they can only give them hints and clues using two tools. Those tools are gibberish and mime. Gibberish is gobbledygook nonsense that doesn't actually mean anything. And mime is, you know what mime is? It's a French martial art. If they can successfully get them to do these activities, they will we'll all just simply be amazed. But let me do a quick review of these activities from Madeline. Give it to Madeline.
All right, we may present these in a different order. Here's the order I wrote them down. We've got basketball, but the basketball is a flower, the hoop is an asteroid, and we're playing against the Jetsons. Everybody say one.
One.
Good. Next, we got knitting, but the needles are fish. The fabric is the concept of jealousy, and we're the sweater that we're knitting is not a sweater. It is, in fact, just Cinderella. Everybody say two. Two. And finally, we got skydiving, but the plane is a washing machine. The parachute is a banana, and we're with Benjamin Franklin. Everybody says makes sense.
Makes sense.
All right, give it up for Madeline one more time. All right, now all we got to do is get those three back in here. So on three, everyone shout out, "Hey, you three, come back!" 1, 2, 3. Hey, you three, come back! And clap as they come back in, everybody. All right, so what'd y'all talk about when you're out there?
Let's see. She goes to Mayport and elementary school, middle school, and you go to Discovery School, right? They're excited for Halloween, and this is her first time coming to see shows. This is his second time. Oh wait, the other way around. Yeah, that happens a lot when you turn 55. And his birthday is coming up on October 22nd.
Oh.
And I recommended that since that's a Tuesday, that his parents hire us for one of our road shows.
All right, so your job right now is to verify that he did not hear anything. So I'm going to ask you to do this. Put up your right hand just like so. And just to make it extra truthy, put up your left hand too. And say, he didn't hear nothing.
He didn't hear nothing.
Very good. Give it up with him, everybody. I'm going to give you each a free pass to come back, and I'm also, sorry, don't look at that. I'm also going to give you the list of all the things, since you were out there, you didn't get to see them. So you two can take a look. You can show him that as you walk back to your seat, so you know what the activities are in this game. All right, so in the game of 3 things with the well, I'm not no suggestions. I'm not Ken Sam. But also, by the way, you know the activities. He does not know. So don't like turn to the person next to you and like say it out loud because that would make the game 2 things: stupid and over. So, all right, activity number 1. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Audience, are you ready?
Yeah.
Give us some encouragement, everybody.
Cha-ching, cha-ching. But you oh, how many much you probably
Oh, someone even see but walk it up about whoop somebody oh tomato walk it up but I see but about ugara see oh saba kawa de chi baga to borga yeah
Stand right there. Look straight forward. Tell us, what are you doing?
I'm knitting.
Correct.
My knitting needles are fish.
Correct.
The yarn is jealousy. And I am making this for Cinderella.
Not for Cinderella.
I'm making it. It is a Cinderella.
Yeah! Originally, I was like, he's going to be making 4. No, he's going to be making Cinderella. All right, so activity number 2. They only get weirder and more difficult from here. So, ladies and gentlemen, give them some encouragement.
Lucky I'm old.
All right, what are you doing?
I'm playing basketball.
Yeah.
My basketball is a flower.
Uh-huh.
The hoop is an asteroid.
Correct.
And I'm playing against the Jetsons.
Hey!
Yeah, the Flintstones and the Jetsons did a crossover one.
I know, I saw that movie when I was a kid.
Yeah, it's amazing.
All right, so final activity. So, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for them.
Whoa, oh, no, the beach, oh, Saba Kaba Chaba Daba, Sabuda Tiga, Shabba Kibby, oh, Sabora Bada Daba Taba Kabada Daba, Kukungati,
All right, Dave, for all the marbles.
I am skydiving.
Correct.
The airplane is a washing machine.
That's right.
My parachute is a banana. And I'm doing this with Ben Franklin!
Come on, y'all. Check it out, y'all. How low can you go? Can you go down low?
No.
Cannot, will not. All right, so give it up for everybody who volunteered tonight. For those of you who are paying very close attention, give it up to the historical figure of Ben Frankland.
Whoops.
That's okay. Michael's working on his spelling. But in any case, we have been First Coast Comedy. We've been here on Mayport Road for about 2.5 years. As you look around, you might notice that there's still some empty seats at the show. That's not cool. Those lame-os who are not here. So if you enjoy the show, help us spread the word. That means go ahead, post about it on the social medias. Go ahead, give us a like, follow, subscribe on the Instagram, the Facebook. Definitely like, follow, subscribe our YouTube page for those unfortunate Fridays and Saturdays when you can't be here. You can participate just like those folks who were in the chat. Also, we teach classes. You can look at our website for that. And the last thing is, if you want to help us spread the word, even in the year 2024, the best form of advertisement is still word of mouth. So if you enjoyed the show you saw tonight, please, please, please tell a friend. If for whatever reason you did not enjoy the show you saw tonight, keep that to yourself. And that is all I have to say. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. We have been First Coast Comedy. Have a great day!
All right, let's give it up to your players, Jared